your channel. Close. Okay, I can see the chat now. Hopefully I can get people back in here. Hopefully I can get people back in here. Let's see. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Hey, okay, we back. I can see the chat now. I don't know what was going on. Well, I couldn't see what was going on. Hey, Ken Dom, what's going on? Ken Dom in the Fontenot's in the building. I'm still trying to fix this camera. Lady V, what's up? In the building too. Okay. Hey, mama. That's my mama right there, y'all. Hey, mama. Okay, so I didn't know if it was showing sideways or not because I couldn't see it. Then I just lost everybody that quick again. Okay, we got people back. Make sure my chat back up. Live chat. Bam. All right. We're going to get started, y'all. We got at least 6 of the 15 people that said they was going to be here. Hey, girl, hey, what's going on? Pecan. I always say wrong. Pecan cream, right? We finna get into this Trump mess, y'all. Y'all know I normally don't like to talk about Trump on my channel. But since I brought back PNTV, I figured that we was going to go ahead and discuss it. I just want to see, make sure that my viewers are like kept up to date on what's really going on, so they won't like feed into all the frenzy, all the hype, all the fake disgust that people have, and they don't even know what's going on. So I just want to make sure that over here on this channel, we all up to speed on what's going on. We know that Donald J. Trump was indicted on 37 violations, which actually equate to 7 different charges or 7 different counts. I have his transcript here. We're going to go through the transcript. I'm not going to go through it line by line. I just made some keynotes that we're going to talk about and see exactly, just from what we've seen in the news, what we hear in the transcripts, whether or not you think a conviction is going to happen. If convicted, you think he's going to serve any time, things of that nature. Now, I don't know about y'all, but for me, any job that I have ever left, it was criminal to take anything from the job. If you didn't bring it in there when you came in, you ain't supposed to take it out when you leave. So I'm not understanding why all these politicians feel the need or feel like they are entitled to take home documents of any sort that had to do with their presidency or their term, with, you know, whatever rank they are in, why they feel that that is appropriate to take home from the job. I mean, I knew when I was working at the IRS, if they gave us pens, that pen better still be there when we left. Now, I know I took a lot of stuff when I did leave, but that don't mean that I was right to do so. So that's basically what Donald Trump has done. He is taking home documents. Hey, the Supreme Coven, what's going on? He's taking home documents from his job after the job is over. Like I said, I don't know any job that'll let you do that, especially something that is top secret, classified, things of that nature. So, we're going to start off first with who his actual prosecuting attorney is. His name is Jack Smith. The difference between me doing this live and me actually doing it on a pre-recorded video, y'all don't get to see all the video clips. You don't get to see like images and stuff like that. And I dropped something. Hold on, yeah. Oh! I'm trying not to knock my table over at the same time because I got me a turkey burger and some lemonade right here, and I don't want to spill nothing. So Jack Smith, whose real name is John Smith, John L. Smith. I don't know why they call him Jack, but his name is John. He's the prosecuting attorney on this case, right? No matter what picture I see of this man, he looks tired. Actually, whatever picture I see of this man, look like a damn mugshot. But he looked tired as ever. have you, like, when you watch the movies and you see those the law going after the outlaw, and it's somebody they've been chasing forever. Somebody they done chased so long, they done possibly ruin their careers. They start looking stressed. They get to drinking. They get to do all this kind of stuff. That's how Jack Smith looks right now, right? And then somehow during the movie, they get this momentous break that allows them to crack open the case and finally take down the villain that they've been going after. That's how I see Jack Smith when I look at him. Now, he's only been appointed as the special counsel since November. So, like, he came in the door and he went right in. I'm gonna give you a little background on him. Like I said, his real name is John L. Smith. He's 54 years old. He's a Gemini. I don't know why that matters, but I'm gonna say it matters. He's a Gemini, but so is Trump. His birthday is 2 days after mine. I think about it, but he don't look like he's 54, do he, y'all? He looks older. Okay, anywho, he has served as the assistant United States attorney. He served as the just like me, just like Mike, hey, just like Mike, what's going on? He also served. He did a term as the acting U.S. attorney in 2017 for a few months. He was the head of the public integrity section. He also served as a chief prosecutor in war crimes in Kosovo. Here's the other. He's also went after government officials for lying, for being criminals. He's did special counsels for. Let me see. I think I got it all written down here. So basically, this man don't play. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to get to. He don't play. He's taking down war criminals. His latest feat now is taking down a domestic war criminal, Donald Trump. He's an independent. He's not a Republican. He's not a Democrat. Let's see. He's gone after crooked cops. And there was a cop that had raped a girl back in Manhattan. He went after him and won. He went after some cop killers. He on both sides. He just ain't going for like one side, leaning one to the left or leaning to the right. He going after the cop killers, and he going after the cops who do criminal stuff. He goes after militia members. He done went out for several members of Congress. He basically believes that nobody is above the law, including presidents or former presidents. He even went after Virginia Governor Bob McDonnell, U.S. Representative Rick Penzi, New York Speaker Sheldon Silver, and a CIA agent named Jeffrey Sterling. He don't play. And like I said, he's only been appointed to the DOJ since November. This is just what month is this? It's June? So in 8 months, he's like handling his business. But prior to then, like I said, he was taking down war criminals in Kosovo. So Donald Trump basically calls this man a deranged lunatic. He also said that he's a raging, uncontrolled Trump hater. But most of America, we see Jack Smith right now as a damn hero. That's how I'm looking at him. I don't know if y'all looking at him in that same way. Am I not seeing the chat again? Okay, it went wrong. Okay, so when he got assigned to the DOJ as a special counsel, it was after the Department of Justice had already started to put together this case. Yes, he is definitely the right man for the job. And like I say, they had already started to build a case back in January of 2021. And the National Archives Record Association, they are the ones who pretty much like pushed this case to the forefront. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it, Von D. Hey, welcome to the building. I always say Von D in the building. Von D, I forgot I had super chats. I ain't had one in so long. Thank you. I appreciate that. So he sent in January 2021, when Donald Trump left office, he decided to take a whole lot of stuff with him. He even helped to pack up the things that he took with him. His boy, Waltine Auda, the one who's on trial with him, and his name is Waltine. I see everybody showing it to Walt. His name is Waltine, like the saltine crackers, Waltine. He helped him pack up the stuff that he took from the White House. 164 boxes was transferred from the White House down to Florida. And like I said, I don't know what job that I have ever left before that has allowed me to take anything at all. But he was able to take 164 boxes, right? Now, some of the things that he took was like newspaper clippings, pens, writing pens, stuffed teddy bears, memorabilia. But he mixed a lot of this stuff in with a whole lot of classified documents. Where was I going with that? Yeah, a whole lot of classified documents, right? I'm missing a page. They don't go there. Trying to make sure I get y'all everything that's everything. Okay. And the NARA, the National Association of Records, the National Archives of Record Administration, they hit up Trump and they was like, look here. Right, you can't take a mouse pad, let alone boxes full of documents. So the NARA, they knew he took stuff away from the White House. So they hit him up and they was like, hey dog, we need this stuff back. Especially anything that has, hey, it's Fitz, what's going on, boo? Anything that had to do, hey Justin, what's going on? Anything that had to do with classified information, top secret information, they was like, hey, we need you to return this stuff. Of course, he ignored it. Talked to his lawyers about it. The lawyers ignored it. Then the lawyers started responding back to the NARA. They was like, we have no knowledge of the documents. Anything that we have, we will submit in. But they never did it. April came around. This 2021. April rolled around, and they had already suggested to them, if he don't return these documents, they gonna get the Department of Justice involved. So Trump's lawyers decided to write them a letter and say, hey, he the president. He should have some type of special consideration, or former president has some type of special consideration that he could take these documents home with him, makes him exempt from whatever the U.S. Constitution was. I know I got it written down here somewhere. I got it here, but I don't know by heart. He should be exempt from that and be allowed to take home these documents. And the NARA said, no. Partner, that ain't how it work. We've asked for this information several times. You refuse to provide it to us. As of May 10th, is when they responded back to them. They said, we gonna have the DOJ involved, and you'll be contacted as early as May 12th. Okay. Well, May 11th, the DOJ was on it, baby. The DOJ had already sent the subpoena requesting the documents. They call this the May 11th subpoena. So if you want to look that up, you'll be able to see that information. They call it the May 11th subpoena. They subpoenaed the documents. Hey, Karen, what's going on, girl? And from there is where the case starts to build. When he got the subpoena for the documents, he started to question whether or not he should legally give this information over to the DOJ. So that's how we get into the transcripts. Like I said, I am not. Thank you so much, Fitz. What's up? Lock him up. Lock his ass up. Lock him up. I appreciate that. I forgot I got my sandwich over here too. Hold on. While I'm getting this together. So the transcripts is 50 pages long. There are people in here that I believe should be involved in this investigation as well. They are not for some reason. They have even chosen to leave their names out. I was able to uncover at least the lawyers, but not the other staff members who were involved. So the first page of this is basically them saying who the heck he is. Dumb Donald, Commander Zero, the Orange Cheeto, served his presidency from January 2017, January 2021. That's all the first page say. The second page talks about all the stuff that he was allowed to take home. Again, he gathered newspaper clippings, press clippings, letters, notes, cards people sent to him, photographs, official documents, and other materials. Packed them up in cardboard boxes, and there was hundreds and hundreds of boxes. I told you it was 164. Okay, so what he did initially was store these boxes regarding defense and weapons capabilities of the United States and other foreign countries, nuclear programs, potential vulnerabilities for the United States and their allies, plans on military attacks, and plans for possible retaliation in response to a military attack. These are the type of documents that he has stored in his home. Now, over the course of this transcript, we're going to find out that he looked at these documents on several occasions. He had these documents moved from one house to another, from room to room, on several occasions. He talked to his lawyer about these documents on several occasions. These lawyers have already came forth and testified what he told them. There was also surveillance camera from the property that was found, showing proof that Waltine Nauta was helping move stuff. On several occasions, not only was Waltine Nauta moving stuff, Donald Trump was moving stuff too. He was packing up the commercial trucks, not U-Hauls, but big ass commercial 18-wheeler trucks to put these documents in, to move them from one space to another. Okay, so January 20th of 2021, at 12 p.m., Donald Trump ceased to be president. So he departed, taking all his classified documents and all his memorabilia, and he took them down to the Mar-a-Lago Club, which is down in Florida. Mar-a-Lago is located in Palm Beach, Florida. But it's like a resort. His house is basically a resort. He has like over 185 employees that come in and out of the place. Waltine Nauta, he started at the White House with him. Now, he is former military. They love to talk about the fact that he's former military. He's a former Navy veteran. But when he was at the White House, he was basically the gopher. You know how like an intern would run and go get the coffee, run and go get the donuts and things like that? That's what his job was at the White House. When Donald Trump left the White House, he decided to carry him with him and take him with him and make him like his personal aide, his personal valet, his butler. Basically, his what's the word I'm looking for? Assistant, his personal assistant. That's basically what Waltine Nauta became once he left the White House with Trump. So he lives there in Mar-a-Lago with Trump, with all the other 185 employees. And I noticed that majority of his whole campaign was to harm immigrants, take immigrant children away from their parents, things of that nature. Everybody that he surrounds himself with is an immigrant. Now, Nauta is from Guam, and Guam is a United States territory. I bet you Donald Trump don't know that. He probably think that Nauta a real immigrant. He really is a United States citizen since he's from the territories. But a lot of people that he surrounds himself with is either children of immigrants or immigrants themselves, which blows my freaking mind why these people still support him. But okay, so nonetheless, he stored his boxes in his ballroom, in his bathroom, in one of his showers, in office space, his bedroom, and a storage room. If you haven't seen it before, if you look at the thumbnails on when I put the poll up, those are two of the rooms that he had those pictures that he had the boxes stored in. But he had 8 different spaces that he was storing these boxes in. It was that many boxes, right? How you didn't know they was in your house? How you didn't know, Don? How you didn't know? You knew they was there. You knew they was there because they was taking up space. I mean, I know the resort got a lot of property, but you knew that stuff was there. So on a couple of occasions, the DOJ has stated that Donald Trump showed these classified documents to other people. And this was after he left the White House. You've seen the video going around with Kid Rock. When he was in the White House, he invited Kid Rock there. You know, Donald Trump would like to mix him in with other celebrities. He invited Kid Rock to the White House. And he showed Kid Rock maps of potential targets in Korea. And was asking Kid Rock, according to Kid Rock, advice on how he would handle Korea if something were to happen. This was while he was president. But after leaving the White House, he was able to talk about and show documents to 2 other people. They have on here is his National Golf Club, which is in Bedminster, New Jersey. He has showed a reporter there, or a publicist there, some documents. And this documents were showing a plan of attack that was supposed to be carried out by the Department of Defense. The documents, or Trump told the reporter or the publicist that these documents were highly confidential and secret. This happened in 2021. And he said, as the president, he could have declassified the information, but he didn't. And now, since he's no longer president, he can't declassify them, so they're still considered secret. So right there, we already have a witness corroborating that he is clearly aware he has either secret or classified documents in his possession, talking about Department of Defense military attack structure. Then later that year in August, another person in Bedminster, New Jersey, he showed them another military operation, and then told the representative he shouldn't be showing it to them either, and they shouldn't get too close to it because it was secret and confidential. Now, these are two incidents that the DOJ are using to help hold up these charges. Let me go back for a second to the charges. We're going to read over them real quick. So, like I said, it's 37 violations, but there's actually 7 counts. And the reason why there's 7 counts, because violation 1 through 32, they have all classified them under one title. Here we go. I gotta get my stuff together. Under the one title. So offenses 1 through 31, which is 32. It's the willful retention of national defense information by him refusing to give the information of the documents back to the NARA. He's clearly violated this code. This one is has a maximum term of 10 years in prison. There's no minimum, but he could be released after 3 years, or he could pay a fine of $250,000. So there's no guarantee he'd go to jail. He may just end up with a fine. But counts 1 through 31 carries a maximum of 10 years. Not 10 years per count or per violation, 10 years total, because that's considered one account. Okay, then we have conspiracy to obstruct justice. Once we get back to the transcripts, we're going to see how he moves stuff from room to room and house to house. Because right now, he in New Jersey, showing people up in Bedminster these different documents and talk about documents. So we know he went from the White House to Jersey with some of the documents. So conspiracy to obstruct justice is when he tries to keep the DOJ and the NARA from knowing he has these documents. This carries a maximum sentence of 20 years. There is no minimum sentence, no mandatory minimum sentence. He can, again, 3 years. He can be released on supervised care, basically house arrest of some sort, or on probation of some sort, or he can just get a $250,000 fine. Count 33 is withholding a document or record. That's basically what he did with NARA. He just kept the documents, and then every time the DOJ requested it, he kept them too. Again, another 20 years imprisonment, no minimum, 3 years supervised, maximum fine, $250,000. A lot of people are believing that's all he gonna get is fined. That's what a lot of people are believing. I don't believe that Jack Smith is gonna go for just a fine. Count 34, corruptly concealing a document or record. And there's a couple instances that we talked about there, how it's considered to be corrupt. 20 years, same thing, same terms as the other one. I ain't gonna keep repeating those. Concealing the document in a federal investigation, same thing, 20 years, all the other minimums and everything the same. And then count 6, a scheme to conceal, 5 years imprisonment, no minimum, 3 years release, $250,000 maximum fine, or false statements and representation, again, 5 years imprisonment, same mandatory release, same fine. Let's hope this man don't just get the fine, child. Let's just hope he just get the fine only. So after February, once he left New Jersey, he headed on down to Mar-a-Lago. He needs to be locked up under the jail. Somebody throw away the key. weld the doggone bars together, everything. He needs to be locked the hell up. Like, they need to get him on something. The positive thing I'm thinking of, not only is this case going on, Georgia still has a case against him for election fraud that's pending. They haven't indicted him yet. They're expecting to indict him in August. He still has the Manhattan case that he has to go up for. There's 7 charges there also. Yeah, because it's 40 something altogether. 7 charges there also. They're expecting to go to court in March. I don't know. They pushed it back to March. It was December. Now they pushed it back to March. They trying to hit his ass right in the middle of the primaries. He shouldn't even be running in the primaries. He's running as an independent, which it amazes me that all the news outlets are talking about what this is going to do for the Republicans, what this is going to do for the GOP. He's running as an independent. He's not running as a Republican. So that's going to be interesting. And if the Republicans decide to pick him up, I would be very surprised. Because they feeling the heat right now. They really feeling the heat right now. So March 30th of 2022, the FBI, they opened up a criminal investigation in regards to these doggone documents and the unlawful retention of them. A federal grand jury started the next month, and the grand jury subpoenaed him to turn over all documents, right? All documents that had classified markings. His endeavor to obstruct justice, which is one of his charges, started with this. He started making false statements. He suggested to his attorney to lie to the FBI, to lie to the grand jury, and say that he didn't even have the documents in his possession at all. Then he started directing Waltine to move boxes, like I said, from house to house to house to house to house to house. Then he suggested to his attorneys to hide the documents and to destroy them. Again, the attorneys have already spoke on this. They already testified that this is what it was advised to do. Then he wanted to, he decided he was going to go ahead and give them some of the documents. He gave them like 15 boxes, 15 out of the 164. Gave them 15 boxes and told them that was all he had. That was like another, obstruction of justice, refusing to return documents, trying to conceal it. This is where the corrupt concealment comes into place, because you got 164 boxes, you're going to get them 15, you're going to say that's it. There was like 33 documents in those first 15 boxes altogether. Then he caused a certification to be submitted on his behalf, falsely representing that all the documents were there. So basically what he did, he had his lawyers come in. He was going through the boxes. Waltine and a couple other staffers in the house was moving boxes from room to room based on Donald Trump's telling them to do so. Once this investigation opened up, then he started having Waltine bring those boxes 2 or 3 at a time to where he was at in his bedroom so he could review them. And then once he reviewed them, he'll decide whether or not this is going to be a box he's going to give to the FBI. Waltine and those other 2 staffers have text messages back and forth talking about, well, Don wants these boxes moved up here in this room. Oh, can we move them over to that room? We should move them to this room. The staffers, for some reason, are not listed. But for me, the way I was reading it, the staffers was doing the same thing Waltine was doing it. Donald Trump was telling them to move it. They moved it. They was like, they want us to move the secret documents. They want us to move the confidential documents. Excuse me. There was one point that the lawyer retaped up a box and he decided that's the one he was going to give. The certification, the false certification, is one of his lawyers and or legal team that wrote a statement saying that all these documents were there, that there was nothing else to submit, but she wasn't even there when they reviewed them in the first place. She wasn't even there when the lawyer taped them up. She came in on the back end and said, oh yeah, everything looked good. Just signed off on it and submitted that in as a legal and binding document. saying that everything was there like it's supposed to be. I could not find any record to show she was a lawyer of any sort. She was a news anchor from a TV show acting in a legal capacity. Y'all watch the TV show Suits, where that one lawyer was faking to be a lawyer, and then they still let him like work on cases and stuff like that. You can work at a law firm digging up information, doing research without having a law degree, but your ass better not show up in court. No record that she showed up in court though, because I was looking for it. Okay, so in 2022, in January, 1 year and a few months after they have demanded for him to turn these documents back in, like I said, he get turned over 15 boxes. And then later submitted in some more, giving a total of 197 documents. On June 3rd, in response to another grand jury inquiry, Trump's attorney turned in 38 more documents. Now, you just said you gave them all to us back on January 17th. Now, June 3rd, all of a sudden 38 more documents pop up. Then, on August 8th, in a court order search warrant, the FBI recovered 102 more documents. Now, again, this is in 2022. We in 2023. We know damn well they just found more. If you haven't seen the pictures, they just found rooms and rooms and rooms of stuff with more documents. So in 2022, you claim to have turned everything in on 3 different occasions. You knew you was lying. You knew you was lying. So, page 4 of the transcripts, they basically just talking about how many rooms the house has. The room has 25 guest rooms, 2 bar rooms, a spa, a gift store, exercise facility, office space, outdoor pool, and patio. Between January 2021 and August of 2022, is that right? Yep. Between January 2021 and August of 2022, he had over 150 events, all access allowed, on this property. In all these rooms where all these documents were stored. So if you nosy like me, I come visit your house and I go into your bathroom, I'm most likely going through your medicine cabinet to see what type of pills and stuff you got in there. I'm looking on the sinks. I don't know why I do it. It's a habit. Okay. So just imagine you got all 150 events happening in an 8-month time frame. You know damn well at least one person looked through those boxes. At least one person took something. Trust and believe that. At least one person. He had weddings there. He had movie premieres. He was doing fundraisers. Had thousands of people all up and around all these documents that he now claimed he didn't realize was there. Okay. So, y'all got any questions so far? Because y'all just listening to me talk. Y'all know I can ramble. Y'all got some questions, let me know. Okay. We're going to move on then. So, of all the documents that they found, there was a lot. There was... Go back here. In his office, they recovered 27 documents this last time. 6 of them was top secret, 8 was secret, 3 was confidential. In his storage room, he had 75 more documents. 11 was top secret, 36 was secret, and 28. Okay, cool. And 28 was confidential. Am I correct? No, that wasn't the last time. That was the seizure in August. Those were the documents that he seized in August of 2022. Okay. So the next page basically is just talking about what the definition of top secret, secret, and confidential means, and all those other terms. Not important. Okay, so there was an executive order that provided that any former president could obtain a waiver if they have a need to know basis for certain documents. And And if the agency or the senior officials of the agency originated the information classified, they can give him written access with consent, for national security, so he could actually see these documents, take them home or view them or what have you. He had no such waiver, none at all. Okay. The next part talks about the executive branches, all the agencies that were affected by all these documents: the CIA, the Department of Defense, the National Security Agency, the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency, the National Reconnaissance Office, the Department of Energy, the Department of State and Bureau of Intelligence Research, as well as several foreign countries. These are all the organizations that was listed on these documents. Okay. While he was in office, which is funny to me that he's getting tripped up on like this Espionage Act and some other things, he had made it his business to put forth measures to get anybody who was taking classified information. So they had like a little rundown of things that he said or did in his first year in office, or before he actually got elected. On August of 2016, he stated that in his administration, he was going to enforce all laws concerning the protection of classified information. Nobody will be above the law. That includes you, Don. September 16th, he has stated, we also need to fight this battle by collecting intelligence, then protecting it and protecting our classified secrets. We cannot have somebody in the Oval Office who doesn't understand the meaning of the word confidential or classified. And then they put you in there. The next day, he said, one of the first things we're going to do is enforce all classification rules and enforce all laws relating to the handling of classified information. He thought he was exempt from that, I guess. Then September 19th of the same year, he stated, we also need the best protection of classified information. He is a walking contradiction. Now, I'm telling you, Fitz, a walking contradiction. And then November 3rd, he said that service members here in North Carolina have risked their lives to acquire classified intelligence to protect our country. Anybody that is violating the secrecy of those documents should be handled with the fullest extent of the law. That is including you, Don. I mean, he contradicts himself so much. That's all y'all gotta do is let him keep talking. I trust and believe Jack Smith is sitting there with his notes like this. He said, on this date, how you spell that? I got that. You best to believe Jack Smith is doing that, baby. He is doing that. Okay, so the next page of it, it was showing pictures, which y'all can't see the pictures. Hey, Anna, what's going on, girl? So these were pictures. This was the ballroom. So you can see some of the boxes. They kind of redacted a lot of it because they didn't want us to see what the classified information was about. So this was the ballroom, boxes and boxes stacked up. Let's see. From January through March 15th of 2021, right after he got out of the presidency, he had boxes stored in Jersey, then moved to Mar-a-Lago in the ballroom. Like I said, it was gatherings there. 150 gatherings in this ballroom with these classified documents. Me, my nosy self would have been going through them. And then in March of that year, Trump had told Waltine to move these boxes from the ballroom to the business center. Then in April, Trump texted an employee, one of the staffers who's not named. Like I said, I don't know why these people ain't not named. In the transcripts, they call them employee number 1 and employee number 2. And he also had them move boxes from the business center that they just put stuff in the business center last month. Now they're moving it from the business center because they needed to use the office for something else. And like employees 1 and 2 was texting each other back and forth like, whoa, so now we finna move these documents, we finna move these papers, these special papers, these confidential papers. And then employee 2 was like, yeah, we got a little room here, we got a little room there, we're gonna put them in this room. That's what these little text messages about. So that's what page 11 is. Page 12 is now showing the storage room. Well, different box. Like I said, it's redacted in the transcripts that they allow us to see. But there's clear pictures online. If you just Google it, you'll see the clear pictures. This was the hallway leading to the storage room. And in here, so I don't know if you can see, but these are more boxes, the white boxes, black boxes. This is the storage room itself. This is the hallway that goes down to the storage room. So, in July, he did another interview with that Bedminster, New Jersey person. And again, he was trying to show him documents. He was going to show him an example, basically saying his plan of attack if he was going to attack this particular country. They redacted out the country name, so nobody will know what country he was planning on attacking. But he was basically trying to get bigged up. He wanted somebody to stroke his ego and say, look what I did. As he was saying, and I quote, isn't this amazing? I have a big pile of papers and this thing just came up. Look at them. If I wanted to attack him, I could present it this way. This off the record, by the way. But they presented me with this, and this is him. This was his defense. And so the reporter is like, wow. That was his response. Wow. And so Trump said, look at it. We looking at some of it right now. This is him. This wasn't going to be done by me. This was him. All sorts of stuff, pages long. So now he got an employee in there who's like, disagreeing. So Trump said again, wait a minute, let me see here. And they pull out more stuff. And he said, I just found something else. And he's showing his writer. This writer has no security clearance at all. He's just writing a book about something political. And Trump showing him all these documents on his plan of attack. And he said, you know what? I could totally win with this, but it's highly confidential. So he knew it was confidential there too. And then the whole little conversation goes on and on. The reporter and the shows talks about everything that they said in that conversation. He was saying he was going to try to declassify it, and whoever the employee was saying, yeah, we need to figure out a way to do that, which is why I don't understand why this employee is not being indicted as well. Because anytime that it's Waltine Nauta, they say his name. So they just call this person a staffer. And so Trump says, well, I can't do it now, but it's still secret. And then the staffer says, yeah, so now we got a big problem. And Trump said, ain't that interesting? Who this staffer is, I want to know. I want to know who that staffer is. But like I said, he had so many people working at the house. But it wasn't Waltine in that particular conversation. So, whoo, child. So the next page basically goes on to talk about the NARA, what I was telling y'all before, how they started asking him to bring documents back and how he was kept ignoring it. And then once he started asking for it, Trump would have Nauta and whoever staffer number 2 is take boxes from the storage room and now take them up to Trump's bedroom. November that same month, Trump employee number 2 has showed Trump the picture. Like I said, if you look at the poll, there's a box of papers all fell over. He gave Trump that picture. So they retrieved this off his phone to show him that a bunch of boxes had flipped over. And there was clearly confidential files that you could see on the floor in that picture. There's some more of the storage room, y'all. All them damn boxes. I just don't understand how you was able to walk away from the White House with all this shit. I just don't get it. Then they got on here about the employees going back and forth yet, asking what he want to do about the boxes. Now he finna move to another hall. And Nauta finally comes in the conversation and says, well, he already went through 2 boxes yesterday. Again, I need to know why these staffers ain't being implicated. Maybe they, what's the word? Cut a deal, a phrase that what they cut a deal or something, or why these 2 employees are not being indicted as well. They knew what he was doing. Like one of them was even joking with him that they need to figure out some kind of way to cover it up. Why they not being included in this case is just beyond. It blows my mind. Okay, so in November, at the end of the month now, he's steady asking for more and more boxes to come up. He had him bring 4 more boxes. And Nauta like, cool, I'm going to bring some more boxes up to you so you can review them. Then by January, they still bringing boxes. Lord Jesus, they still bringing boxes up. Now, somebody has said, ain't no way he didn't unpack all those boxes. It's been a couple years. Child, I've been in this house, and I still got at least 60, 70 boxes sitting in my living room that I have not went through. However, I do know the contents. The same way he knew the contents of those boxes. They say he packed clothes in there with the papers, like say newspaper clippings. He probably had an old bologna sandwich, something, everything. He just threw everything in these boxes and taped them up and just took them out. So, January of 2022, that's when they decided to give those first 15 boxes over to the NARA, and basically claim that's all they had. And the reason why I believe that they entered in the text conversation between those staffers, even though they weren't charging them, is to implicate Nauta further. Because in Nauta's testimony, they had asked him, did he know about the boxes? Had he seen the boxes? Did he move the boxes? And he flat out said no. He didn't know anything. He ain't touched nothing. He ain't seen nothing. So those text messages prove that he did know, because those two staffers were getting instructions from Nauta on what to do with the boxes. Okay, so I told y'all May 11th, they did that May 11th subpoena. Found some more stuff, Lord Jesus. And Trump was telling his attorney that he don't want anybody to be going through his boxes. Then he also asked his attorney, and I quote, well, what happens if we just don't respond at all or don't play ball with them? Wouldn't it be better if we just told them that we didn't have anything here? Well, look, isn't it better if there's no documents for them to find? So this is what he was telling his attorney that he wanted to do. Pretend that it didn't exist. Act like with no documents there. My sandwich is getting cut. Hello. Okay, and then he talked about hiring a lawyer that was working with Hillary Clinton. This lawyer was supposedly had deleted 30,000 of her emails, which prevented her from being indicted. And he wanted to hire that dude and bring him in. Then May 23rd, he had them take the stuff back into the storage room from his room. And now it was like 64 boxes there. Okay, move on from that. More conversations with Walt team and Trump about where to move the boxes to and where to take the boxes from, things of that nature right there. Moving on from that. Okay, and so I had mentioned before that there was a certification that was in question as well. So I found out that his lawyers, did I just throw the paper I found all the lawyers on? His lawyer's name was Evan and Silverson. They are listed in here as attorney 1 and attorney 2. They didn't want to list their names. I found their damn names. I think I just dropped my paper. I put it over here. Yeah, I found the lawyers' names. The third lawyer that was in the room was Lizzie Halligan. And then the news anchor that I was talking about was named Christina Bobb. She is the one who signed his certification saying that she was part of Trump's legal team. And that she verified that all the documents that were sent over was accurate and there was no more. But again, I haven't found anything that says that she's part of anybody's legal team. She's just a news anchor for a news network that I really ain't never heard of before. Let's see here. And she submitted that in June of 2022. She stated in her certification she did a diligent search of the boxes that were removed from the White House in Florida. She hadn't searched a damn thing. The search was conducted after receipt of the subpoena in order to locate any and all documents. That wasn't true either, because they had started looking at the boxes before the subpoena even came through. And she said any and all responsible documents accompanied this certification. Again, it wasn't all of it. So why they ain't getting her too and locking her ass up too? Why they ain't charging her too? I don't know. I don't know at all. But I honestly, y'all, do not think that he cares. I don't think Donald Trump cares at all about going to jail. His whole thing has been that he wants to be in the history books. He said that during his campaign. He said that during his presidency. The interview he just did on Fox News the other day, he talked about making history. That's all he cares about doing. So we got this judge. Am I on her now? Yeah. We got a judge named Eileen Cannon. Hey, Sonya Renee, what's up? We got a judge named Eileen Cannon who was actually hand-appointed by Trump for her position. She was randomly assigned to this case. There are 15 judges in this jurisdiction, and somehow, out of a random pool, she got assigned to this case. What makes Eileen so special is that when the FBI decided to investigate Donald Trump in the first place, she is the judge that put in the delay. She was the judge that was trying to prevent the FBI from investigating him at all. Luckily, there were 3 appellate judges who was like, hold up, something ain't right with that. And they overruled her and forced her to allow the investigation to go through. What was crazy about Eileen Cannon is that her legal career, from the time she went to law school, the clubs that she had joined, her legal career was basically about upholding the law as it is written. She thought the law should be not changed from the way it's in the Constitution. Those olden day books, the law that was written back then should not be changed. That has always been her position. But when she decided to intervene and try to delay the FBI investigating, she was basically rewriting the law. And that's what raised eyebrows with the appellate judges. They was like, hey, this ain't how she normally operate. Now, the reason why I say I don't believe that it is random that she got selected, I think it's very strategic she got selected. Because one, that allows them, or that takes away the defenses, which is Trump sides, that takes away their power to say, oh, we got a Trump hater presiding over the case. Now, a lot of people wanted her to step down, sit down. I personally don't think that she should be trying this case at all myself. But she is not going to step down. She's not going to recuse herself. She's not going to recuse herself at all. That's the only way she could be removed off of it. But I just didn't understand how out of 15 doggone judges, a random selection, and she just happened to be the one. Now, she has only presided over 4 criminal cases. 4 in her whole judicial career. And those 4 criminal cases totaled 14 days of court time. That's how much experience she has presiding over criminal cases. And now she's going to preside over one of the biggest cases in fucking history. All eyes are going to be looking at her. All eyes are going to be on her. Like I said, she decided she wasn't not going to recuse herself. And she has set the trial date to August 14th. When that trial date came out, motherfuckers lost their mind. Oh my goodness. She trying to be sneaky. This is going to benefit Trump. Yada, yada this. Yada, yada that. This just proves to be people don't fucking listen. Jack Smith, the prosecuting attorney, after he came out and he told everybody he wanted everybody to read over the transcript, line for line, what have you, he specifically said he is going to push for a speedy trial. If you watch my PNTV, I told y'all the speedy trial in legalese is technically a case that is tried in less than 72 days. August 14th is actually the 70th day from the date that he was indicted. So she's giving Jack Smith exactly what he asked for, a speedy trial. So I don't know why all the news pundits and the bloggers, they all like, oh, she doing this to be sneaky, she doing that. I don't like the woman personally, but I know she's doing exactly what Jack Smith wanted. He wanted a speedy trial. A speedy trial is actually going to help him because he is ready. He ready, set, go. He is ready. A speedy trial actually hurts the defense because they don't have what they need to, one, because they thought they weren't going to go to court anyway. They don't have what they need to stand against Jack. Donald Trump is still trying to find lawyers to represent him. It's going to be kind of difficult because, one, the lawyers have to have a security clearance to look at these classified documents, to argue whether or not they're classified. And if they don't have security clearance, they got to get it. Now, getting the security clearance may cause a delay in the case. So they may not actually make it to trial on the 14th. That may be one of the things that delays it. But I think Jack Smith ready for it. She also entered in that they have to have any pre-trial motions submitted in by, at first I said August 8th. I don't think it's August 8th, July 24th. They have to have all their pre-trial motions submitted in. They can still do motions throughout the trial, but they have to have all this stuff in. I don't think they're going to make it. So they're going to be filing motions left and right, basically, like I said, to push it back, which is what I expected them to do anyway. But the fact that this trial is set when Jack Smith wanted it to happen, this trial is set around the same time that Georgia is planning to indict him. That's gold for me. I like I got wet. I'm just telling you, I was happy to hear it. Let's get it going. Let's get it popping. Because I didn't understand. I understand why New York is waiting to March, but it don't make sense to me. Put it that way. I see what they doing. They trying to wait for the primaries, but why? Get this motherfucker now so he don't even run in the primaries, lock his ass up. That's what I'm saying. So, Eileen Cannon is basically described as a loose cannon, pun intended, because it seems like she basically doing Trump a favor. But yeah, I don't see it as a favor. I just see it as what Jack Smith wanted. He wanted a speedy trial. Let's get it. Let's go. So, like I said, of course, we're going to expect the motions to be filed. They probably going to drag it out. They debating whether or not this should be televised. I didn't see how it could be televised because it's so much classified information, top secret documents that have to be presented as evidence. Stuff that we as the citizens should not know about. So I was like, it shouldn't be televised. I want to see it. I want to see Jack Smith work that fucking courtroom. That's what I want to see. It's going to be like, did y'all watch the Johnny Depp trial? Johnny Depp lawyers was magnificent. They were, they was doing a damn thing in their courtroom. That's what I want to see. But I just don't know how we're going to successfully televise a trial with so many classified documents being presented. And for them to televise it, to me, is basically doing the same thing Trump doing by having them in his possession, and he don't have the right to have them, by sharing the information with people who don't have a need to know. That's what I see in the televisation of it all. Tell me what y'all think. Do y'all think it should be televised? I know we may want it to be, but do y'all think it should be televised? If they do get it televised, they're most likely going to have to follow the CIPA, the CIPA Act, which is basically Classified Information Protection Act. They probably have to follow those rules. Yeah, I'm not completely 100% sure on how that will play out, how that will work. I didn't research it, y'all. Sorry. The prosecutors, though, they most likely going to try to argue against CIPA, because I do know that with CIPA in place, it requires that the defense, which is Trump's team, provide over information to the prosecutors, which could possibly harm them. So they're probably going to argue against it. When I look at a lot of espionage cases and classified information cases, that argument is usually rejected and they go forward with CIPA anyway. But yeah, the defense, you don't think it matters. The people who need to see how horrible it is. Where it ain't gonna matter. It is not gonna matter to them people at all. You show right, Anna. Like, no matter what this man does, he could have killed their mama. They wouldn't care. You'll be satisfied just seeing them handcuffs and charged. Hey, walked out. I want the shackles on the ankles. That's what I want the shackles on. I need the shackles on ankles so he can do that small stutter step when he walks. That's what I wanted. I think it helps us to see firsthand how it goes versus snips here and there and getting incorrect info. That's true too. That I see that point. I see that point too. And then I was like, how would that work? Or maybe they could leave out the portions where they show the discovery, where they show the evidence of the documents. I don't know. Maybe we see the opening arguments, the jury deliberation, maybe something. I don't know what we could actually see that would not jeopardize the integrity of the documents themselves. Let's see. But yeah, Trump legal team, what else they could do? They could actually try to get the documents declassified. That's a possibility. If they get these documents declassified, I don't know the process as well, but they can attempt to get them declassified so that way they could be presented in court, and then we can see it on TV. Trump wants this to be on TV. He wants to go down as a martyr. When he got arraigned, they all still have control of what we see and hear. If they show a live taping, they wouldn't have any control over it at all, over what we actually see and hear. If they do it live, they could do it, edit, and roll the beautiful beam footage later and let us see it that way. But as far as like a live one, they wouldn't be able to not expose what is in those documents, because that's part of the thing. Even though Trump denies having the documents, when he says he does have them, he said he already declassified them. So in order for them to determine whether or not or whether or not these information is still classified information, they would have to openly read it out to the jury so a determination can be made. I missed it. It would be great to see the reactions when all the info comes out, but this trial has too much classified information, and maybe we can have that's what I'm saying. It's too much classified information, top secret information, defense attack plans. I want them to do whatever they need to do to get them more than just fines. Please don't let it just be these fines. Please don't let it just be these fines. Oh my goodness. So on Monday, Trump was ordered by a judge to refrain from disclosing any evidence of this case. If y'all aware, he did an interview with Fox News, and he was typical Trump. He is saying things that is damaging his case. He admitted in that interview that he had the documents. He admitted that they was classified documents, and they talked about the election and election fraud and things of that nature. But in all of that, that's what he mentioned about going down in history and making history, and this would be one for the history books and things of that nature. Like I said, I don't think he cares if he gets convicted or not. He just wants to be in the history books. Tabitha Speaks had posted on her channel the other day, what do you think is going to happen when he gets locked up? Because a sitting president, or somebody that was a president, they are allowed to have Secret Service for the rest of their lives. It did not used to be that way. I forgot what year it changed. Yeah, he thinks he can't be trusted. He does think that. I forgot what year it changed. I want to say, I told Tabitha too. 1994, I think it was, where the Secret Service are now required to be assigned to a former president for the rest of their lives. So if he is convicted and if he goes to jail, he still will have Secret Service detail. For what I was reading, he will only have one person. That one person won't be like his bunkmate in jail, though. That one person won't be standing outside his cell, securing him in that fashion. but that one person will be stationed at that jail for as long as he's there. He definitely will be at a federal prison. Federal prisons are like summer camp out here. So yeah, I still want him to go. I still want him to go and be locked the hell up. He had a rally supposedly that day of his arraignment. And arraignment, for people who don't know, okay, so I've mentioned this again in the PNTV. His indictment does not mean he's guilty. His indictment is basically saying, we got this information, we believe you are guilty, and now we want to take you to court on it. So that's what the indictment is. It is similar to him being impeached when he was president. But the impeachment is done by Congress, right? So it really has no final power. It's just saying, we believe this happened and we believe we have evidence, so we want to take you to trial. And his impeachments did not go anywhere. He was acquitted on both impeachments. The first impeachment was 2017. The second impeachment was 2021, right before he got out of the office. Was that it? Could the January 6th insurrection happen? Okay, so that's basically what the indictment is. And the arraignment is basically when he goes to court and says, I plead guilty or I plead not guilty. On arraignment day, he had turned himself into the marshals before the case even happened. And then he went to court. He didn't get locked up because they have this new law. If it's a nonviolent crime, then he does not have to post bail. So that's why he was able to walk out the jail. He's supposed to, like I say, maintain not talking about the case, not talking to other witnesses and things of that nature, which we already know he hasn't done. He's already in contempt of court. I don't know why they just won't lock his ass up. Lock him up for contempt of court. Contempt of court. They can hold him contempt for 6 damn months. He damn sure won't be talking in. Okay? He damn sure won't be talking in. Lock his ass up for contempt of court. Until this stuff, gets underway. But so after he did his arraignment, if he's found guilty, they should televise the sentencing. That I want to see. If he's found guilty, definitely televise that sentencing. The E. Jean Carroll, Stormy Daniels, exonerated 5. It's so much there. Okay, and as much as I dislike serving local jury duty, you do learn some things about the court processes. Look, I told you, I got locked up for jury duty in contempt of court. Me and the judge got into it, and I got locked the hell up. So I know he could be locked up for violating direct orders of the court. Mine was just because the judge didn't like my damn mouth. They didn't want me to use the word pissed in their court. Whatever. And this mug is out here left and right, disobeying direct orders from the court. Like I said, the interview on Fox itself was a direct order against the court because he's talking about stuff that's happened. He talked about the classified documents. He ain't supposed to be doing none of that. So he basically was arraigned. He pleaded not guilty. That's what happened. Waltine could not enter a plea yet. His plea date is the 27th because he didn't have legal counsel. It looked to me, based off the transcripts, they were trying them together, but I guess they're going to allow him to get his own counsel. I'm surprised Donald hasn't hired legal counsel for him. He going to let him hang out to dry by himself. Trust and believe that. So, the next step is the actual trial, which, right now, is set for the 14th. How old is he? How old is Waltine? Did I write that down? Yeah, I done threw all my papers on the floor. I know I had it written down somewhere. Oh, I still got more right here. What is all this stuff? I think I got Waltine stuff in here. Let me see. Waltine. That's constructed by the boom. Waltine Nauta. No. I want to say he in his 40s. His late 40s. I think he was 45. He's not really an older guy. Why I don't have his information. I don't know. I didn't realize I didn't even finish going through all those documents. I don't know how old Waltine is, but I can tell y'all what the top secret documents. So one of the documents on count one, it's a document dated May 3rd. It's concerning White House intelligence briefing related to various foreign countries. Document 2 is dated May 9th of 2018. It's concerning White House intelligence briefing related to various foreign documents also. Number 3 is an undated document concerning military capabilities of a foreign country and the United States with a handwritten note attached to it as well. Then we got May 6th, White House intelligence briefing related to foreign countries. Basically, it seems like all this is like military action related to these foreign countries. It's rated top secret. But they redacted a whole lot here. The fifth document is dated June 20th, 2020. It's concerning nuclear capabilities of a foreign country. It's top secret. Another secret document, communications with a leader of a foreign country. Another secret document that's limited to 5 different countries. Trump is like 77, 78. Yeah. He had damn Gemini too. His birthday coming up to it. Did it just happen? His birthday just happened. Another top secret document concerning military attacks of a certain foreign country. June 14th, 1946. And they be talking about Biden old. Trump just as old. So every document that I'm looking at here, I'm up to document 18, just me reading it real fast. Everything has to do with the capabilities of certain military at all. I try not to claim them at all. All have to do with certain military operations against United States forces. Document 20 is a timeline detailing the actual attack of this certain country. Yeah, so basically a lot of it got to do with military attacks and nuclear information. These are the documents that he had. And it's just so much. Falsifying, concealing, covering up, tricking, scheming. Yeah, I don't know about team. But yeah, they talk about Biden being old. He is just as old. So, in addition to one thing I failed to mention, in October of 2022, after all these investigations are on the way with the FBI, the criminal investigation for these particular documents, and prior to Jack Smith being assigned to this case, there was a flood that happened at the Mar-a-Lago resort. Donald Trump had one of his staff members drain the pool. Somehow, draining the pool flooded the surveillance room. And the surveillance room basically had video of them moving these boxes back and forth and all the other kind of activity. They was able to retrieve some of that surveillance, which is when they saw Donald Trump and Waltine Auda actually moving boxes themselves. So they was able to retrieve some of that footage. This pool incident kind of raised red flags with the FBI or the Department of Justice, which is why Jack Smith got assigned 2 weeks later to the case. I personally didn't think that it had anything to do with the documents. I thought it had to do with the fact that the Department of Justice was also about to file criminal charges against him for the January 6th insurrection. So they had like the panel. They impeached him already on the January 16th, but nothing happened. Then they had a panel put together by different Congress members that was to determine whether or not there's going to be criminal charges. All of this was happening in October around this pool leaking into the surveillance room. Because of course he says that he had nothing to do with it. He didn't know that they was going down there and act a fool like that. He didn't tell nobody to go down there and act a fool like that. So the criminal charges that he's looking at for the January 6th the terrorist attack on damn January 6th, those criminal charges have not even been put forth yet for indictment. Those are still pending as well. And Jack Smith is handling that case as well. So he's looking at 4 charges there: an obstruction of an official proceeding, conspiracy to defraud the United States, conspiracy to make false statements, insurrection. There you go. And he could also get charged for comforting those involved in an insurrection. Remember, after it all happened, he was like, he gave a big shout out to the Proud Boys and things like that. He showed sympathy for the people who were trying to take over the Capitol. That is actually a criminal charge that they are planning to put against him as well. Like I say, Jack Smith is handling both cases. People in the Congress, the one who put together the criminal panel, they're upset that the Department of Justice is taking their time on that one. They have to really gather good intel. Jack Smith is not going to move until he know that he can hit him where it hurts. So, like I say, Jack Smith just got assigned to the cases, both of them. He got handed both of these cases at the same time back in November. That's just 8 months ago. So, I believe he had more evidence on this particular case and was able to move forward with this one in a more good fashion. Yeah, he need to do time for that, for sure. He need to do time for that. So those criminal charges are still pending. I think on top of Georgia in the election fraud, there's another state, I want to say Virginia, that's possibly going to be charging him as well. He still has another civil case to happen in New York as well. E. Jean Carroll is pending to put another case against him for defamation. Because after she won her $5 million, he was still out there on the news feeds and the social media accounts and everything, lying, still lying about the stuff that he just got charged with, things like that. And so she's thinking about suing him for defamation again. I just want the rest of the people to come forward. Forget them damn NDAs and come on forward. He ain't gonna have enough money to take her sue all y'all. My burger's so cold. It don't even matter. It tastes good though. So that's all I got for y'all. I hope I didn't skip nothing. I hope I answered every question. And I was gonna keep waiting at first because every time I was gonna do this video, something else happened, child. There's probably something happening right now. But and tomorrow's PNTV, I'm not gonna talk about this at all. At all. So until we actually go to court or he do some more dumb stuff, I'm gonna leave him out of PNTV for a minute. We got some other stuff to talk about. We gotta talk about this submarine to the Titanic tomorrow. Talk about Jonathan Majors and Megan Good. I wonder if she was the girl that was on the phone that made the other girl flip out and then they had the altercation. And some other stuff I was gonna talk about too. I hope y'all went to go see The Black and Them. The movie was so damn funny. I still haven't went back the second time. I plan on going back the second time, but I got lazy. Thank you, Anna. I appreciate you saying this was a. I haven't been on live with y'all in a long time. Shoot, I'm gonna have to come back and start doing lives again. I think I covered everything. If anybody got any questions that y'all want me to answer that I could hopefully answer. I didn't know about Trump's AIDS. Thank you so much. Say I have another career available to me. I used to do like a small time journalism. Andrew Tate, yes. Andrew Tate is part of PNTV tomorrow. He got indicted in where is he at? I forgot the country that he in, but he got indicted. He got indicted on rape and human trafficking. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about that. Hey, Miss Eve, girl, we done. Movie night. I was thinking about doing a movie night because Creed 3 had just popped up on Amazon Prime. But there's supposed to be a way that I'm supposed to be able to do a live and actually show y'all. Romania, is that it? Okay. So yeah, when I do PNTV tomorrow on my way to work, I'm gonna have all the deets on that. Because I haven't talked about Andrew Tate at all on this channel. Russell Simmons and what's going on with him and his kids and his charges that he got still pending against him too for I'm gonna have to say SA for sexual assault later. When I'm not doing lives, I'm gonna have to say SAs because YouTube, every time I say sexual assault, they ain't gonna do it on this video, but every time I say sexual assault in another video, they limit my viewership and block me sometimes. Will y'all be able to play it back? Oh yeah, the live, yeah, you may be play it back. And I want to say it starts somewhere around 2 or 3 minutes. You be able to play it back. I'm trying to think, is there anything else we missing? The blackening was, oh my god, the blackening was so good. It was so good, so funny. I gotta see it a second time. Ashley Miller did a whole review, a whole recap on her channel. I posted up on the community board if you want to see the recap. But it's a must see. That's in PNTV tomorrow too. They being sued. So have you heard of the game called Black Card Revoked? The makers of that game is now suing the blackening movie because the questions that they were asked in that movie they claim came from their game. I was gonna buy Black Card Revoked game. They got 5 different versions of it though. Jamie Foxx is still in the hospital. He is not. They still not taking phone calls, but he's still in the hospital in Chicago. Somebody was talking about the pickleball thing. It's a rehabilitation hospital. They work with spinal injuries, stroke victims, people who trying to gain their motor skills back. They have like a recreational type of facility or treatment where they could try to get you back in your right frame of mind and get your motor skills back. And I had mentioned before that they usually try, when they're working with stroke victims, they usually try to have them do an activity that is familiar to them to try to trigger that memory response and get them back in good standing. I just refuse to believe that he was out there playing pickleball. Pickleball is like tennis almost, but faster, or like ping pong, but faster, you know what I'm saying? I just can't see no stroke victim, which is still alleged. I have Black Card Revoked. Haven't seen the blackening though. I'm gonna have to get I wanted always to get the Black Card Revoked because I wanted to play it. I actually wanted to play it on this channel and just do it on a live stream with Black Card Revoked. But yeah, they actually suing the movie. Ashley Miller mentioned though that there's a section in the movie when they're actually playing the game, and that section of the movie came from a skit that they actually did on Comedy Central. So my thing would be, if they was using those questions on Comedy Central when they did that skit, why now? Why wait till the movie come out to say that's my shit and not do it when the skit? Because apparently the skit was very popular. I didn't see it though. I don't see a lot of stuff though. But yeah, I'm gonna talk about that a little bit as well. Subway. Speaking of the pickleball, Subway now got a pickleball sandwich. They should be ashamed of themselves. They should be ashamed of themselves. Yeah, prayers up for Jamie. I still say it was a stroke, even though it hasn't been confirmed. And when they said that he was in Chicago, I knew the facility that he was at. Because my grandma was there. I knew the facility. I was like, no, that's serious. So, I was gonna talk about Wendy Williams. Yeah, they got the damn pickleball sandwich. I was like, are you serious? Nobody in their mama had heard about pickleball except for Jamie Foxx until then. And now all of a sudden they got a pickleball sandwich. They wrong for that shit. But yeah, Wendy Williams, I was gonna talk about her tomorrow. Who else was I gonna talk about? Oh, the show, the reality show, Love and Merge. It starts on Saturday. One of the cast members, Christina Bowman Smith, that I talked about in the casting video, she came onto the channel, told me that she loved me. Her and her husband said the Smiths love you. We were cracking up looking at the video. Can't wait till you watch on Saturday. Which was shocking to me, y'all. Because I ain't say nothing nice about them. Only thing I said nice, I think, was that the kids was cute. But that was the main ones I was talking about. I think their storyline is fake and made up. I didn't like her husband, man bun. That family. She was like, we love you. We cracking up. So we'll see them on the flip side on the videos. It's gonna be interesting. Monique Samuels and Chris, they getting divorced. I was gonna talk about that in PNTV. Anything else in PNTV I want me to talk about? I usually don't research till the morning. I mean, I'll be jotting down notes throughout the week. But yeah, we're gonna talk about the submarine and the Titanic. We're talking about that. That's about it. I don't know what else to talk about. Hey, Hammer G, you have to go watch my casting video. Okay, cool. Say perception is everything. I agree. I agree. Because, yeah, I'm like saying, I was going through their stuff and I was like, this is some BS. I think the other storyline with them is that her husband is introducing this new singer, and the new singer is going to cause them problems because he didn't tell his wife that he was working with this lady. And I was like, I think that's fake too. They just want to introduce this new singer and try to get us listen to her music. I saw that Rashid and Simone. I'm not going to talk about that out of respect for Simone. Simone is actually one of those people I also made a kinship with from the Ready to Love franchise. I still speak to Tandy. I still speak to Aisha. And I still speak to Brent. And I still speak to Simone. Those are the 4 people from the Ready to Love franchise that I still speak to on a regular basis. She did confirm with me that the wedding is off. She's the one that called off the wedding. Yeah, she did a live, and I'm allow her to do her own live. I think she did it with Kamisha Reviews. Rashid did a live himself as well. And in his live, he was just his live. For what I watched, I didn't watch the whole thing. He was basically blaming everything on his childhood, saying that he was a narcissist. He's a flawed man. And I saw in the comment section there was a whole lot of sympathy for him. And I'm so proud of you for being vulnerable and coming out and admitting this. And the things that Simone has shared with me, I haven't watched her live yet. Let's see if she's gonna share them herself. The things that she uncovered, because remember, she's a lawyer. Baby girl be investigating, and she didn't stop investigating when they started dating. She can't continue to investigate, and it's a lot of stuff that she uncovered, baby. I was like, for real, Rashid? I don't go to that place. You don't go to what place? CR. I don't know what that meant. I didn't go to that place, CR. Let me know what that means. Because I didn't. Remember, I haven't watched they live. I watched like 10 minutes of Rashid live. It's like an hour and a half. I haven't watched Simone live at all. I talked to Simone. I don't go to that place, Cam. I still don't know what that means. I don't go to what place? Would you respond to somebody else in the chat or something? Because I'm like, remind me what I was talking about so I can know what you're talking about. But Simone was making some comments on Twitter that had me like, girl, what's going on? And the day I asked her about her comments was the same day that Rashid posted his video. And I was at that particular time. Oh, got you, the CR. I'm still attached to her on IG, but I don't go to her channel either. don't go to her channel either. I don't go to her channel. I see the titles of Little Black Book's channel. I don't go to his channel no more either. But so she did share me some details already about what happened and what led to her ending the engagement, which for me was kind of shocking because they had just came back from out of the country, spent some time with his son, and she found this information out. She was like, no. And if y'all ever watched her live or listen to her talk, the things that she says she wants in a man, she is serious about that shit. Ain't no wavering, ain't no compromising. And as soon as she found out that he was not what he presented himself to be, she was like, deuces. She heartbroken. She did the kid dirty. Simone did the kid dirty. What happened? Oh, you talking about CR? I need to find out about her because she was engaged to get married too. When did she get married? I don't follow her though. They coming out with a new, yeah, that's CR person. They coming out with a new reality show, y'all. That's bringing back cast members from Ready to Love and doing another show with them. Like the girl, the mean girls, the three mean girls, I can't think of their names right now. The one who we couldn't stand, the one who like basically assaulted that dude, shoved him in the head, pushed him in the head, all that stuff like that. They putting her on there. Vernisha, she's on it. I want to say, okay, so she's still getting married. So you want a sandwich? This turkey burger is so cold right now, but I seasoned it so good. It's like the best thing ever. I be trying not to eat on live, but I was talking to Paula on Twitter. I was like, I still need to go cook. And then I laid back down and I didn't do none of that. So, if y'all ain't got no more topics for me for tomorrow, I'll see what else I can see. Y'all know I be skimming here and there and I find something interesting. I'll give y'all an update on Lil Boosie. Because like after I posted that video, they said exactly what he was getting locked up for, his federal time. I still don't know how he was able to tweet from jail though, to tell his kids he was sorry. I still don't know how he did that. See if I can find any more information on Bill Cosby's new sexual assault case. Let's see who else. Somebody else just had something go down with them. I can't think of who it is. I can't think of who it is. The one with Sukiana. I had to go make a ham and cheese sandwich. You made me hungry. He probably had his manager tweet. That's possible. It's possible. Boosie be on his own account, so, but yeah, it's possibly somebody from the fam or from his team that tweeted that to the kids. Like I said, they told me he was going away for a long time. Yeah, I'm talking about Russell Simmons for sure. Talk about Russell Simmons. I didn't talk about Brian McKnight when he had his issues going on with his kids, but the reason why I'm gonna talk about Russell Simmons is because of his sexual assault case too. It's all tied in, you know, because you know he dated Kimora when she was 15. I remember Russell. When we was doing Deaf Poetry, when he was doing Deaf Poetry Jam, that's when I met Russell Simmons. He used to be in St. Louis all the time then. There was something else that I had on the tip of my tongue that I'm going to talk about. Oh my gosh. I can't think of what it is now. Well, thank y'all for coming here. Thank y'all for sticking with me and listening to me talk and ramble on and chew my burger in front of y'all. I don't have a real big lineup for the summer. I appreciate that. I'm glad I could share what I could share, and I hope like I was able to clarify some things, because I'm gonna talk about Monique and Chris tomorrow also. But I hope I can clarify some things. Like I say, I see people, like the way that they're going on with the news. Now people so mad. Why the case is August 14th? The damn defense of the prosecuting attorney asked for a speedy trial. If y'all just listen, y'all would know. But people get so riled up. A lot of people jump on these bandwagons. They don't even know why they mad. So I'm like, I don't like the judge, Eileen Cannon, but I ain't mad at her for putting the August 14th date, because that's what the prosecutor asked for. He wanted a speedy trial. I just want to sit in that room. I want to sit in that courtroom. Palm Springs ain't that far from here. I just want to be in that courtroom. Thank you. I enjoy y'all being here all the time. I do. Like I said, I don't have that much coming up for the summertime as far as videos on this channel. You're gonna get the Travel and Talk. Gonna get the PNTV, and then Saturday, say we starting with the Love and Marriage, Huntsville. I did not watch The Walking Dead, Dead City. Again, Maggie and Negan are my two least favorite characters, my two least likable characters. But I heard it was good. I haven't watched it though. I'm not gonna review it. I don't have anything on Power Raising Canaan yet. The writer's strike is still going on, but I don't have any updates as far as like when the shows are gonna come out or things of that nature. Like I said, 50 Cent claimed he had stopped the production of Raising Canaan in support of the writer's strike, but he's still releasing Power Book 4. So I don't know, but I'm ready for it to come out, because I told y'all one of my lifers, one of my cousins on this channel, I sent them the audition information for Raising Canaan, and they actually got booked on the show. So we're gonna see one of our lifers on there, but we trying to keep it hush hush until we actually see the episode. Then I can be like, that's our girl right there. That's our girl. And y'all, when y'all see it, I don't know if y'all don't recognize her Facebook, but I say her name, y'all gonna be like, okay, we know her. So one of the lifers is on season 3 of Raising Canaan. I haven't sent out any casting calls lately for different shows. I don't know why I haven't, but I got a lot of casting calls. If y'all want me to give y'all casting calls for y'all area, let me know, because I'm hooked up with a few people. I am going to start seeing new show pilots again. I don't know, like if everybody get these, but I used to always get like requests to go to do the Nielsen ratings, where we come in, we watch a pilot for a new show, and we rate it to see if we think it's gonna be successful on TV. I got an invitation to join it again. I haven't did it since like 1999, and they sent me a letter asking me, do I want to sign up for it and be part of the Nielsen ratings again. So I think I'm gonna do that again. And that's about it, child. That's about it. Thank y'all for my super chats. I'll appreciate that. I can put that in the gas tank, honey. I can put that in the gas tank. And I will see y'all in the next video, which will be tomorrow for PNTV. Tennessee, for your nephew. Oh, he's a dancer. He'll act if he have to. My daughter is doing fine. She's cancer free. She on the good foot, so she walking around. Her foot is healed. The dog is getting on my motherfucking nerves. But if he wasn't here, I'd probably go crazy. But I'll be ready to give him up every damn day. My mama, she's back in St. Louis. She's still mama, and she's still doing the same stuff she always do. She was in the original chat, but when I had to shut down the original chat for some reason, because it wouldn't let me see the whole screen. I don't know if she came back for that one, but she's planning on moving back here. So we working on her getting her apartment to come back here. And my daddy didn't call me for my birthday, so I don't even want to talk about him. My mama's a cutie. Don't tell her that. Don't tell her that. Just gonna let it go to her head. Don't. But thank you. Appreciate it. My birthday trip to the Geechee Islands. I still gotta put together the videos for that, child. So y'all will get those videos. That was an experience. Needless to say, I ain't ever got to go back. I experienced it. I'm good. But I can't go back to Hilton Head. I love that beach. Oh, that was so peaceful. Ooh, child. Thank you, Anna, for that again. That's about it. Next month, Ty Bivens, if y'all remember her channel used to be Tested with Ty. Then it was Ty's Messy TV. Damn, what the hell is the name of her channel now? She do hot stories on old celebrity stories. I'm gonna meet her next month. So I'm going down to Texas. Me and Keenan going down to Texas, and I get to meet Ty. I think that's about it. Then I'm going to Utah, child. I'm gonna go ride a horse for the first time in my life in Utah. Don't ask me what's in Utah. We don't know. We finna go find out. I'm going to Utah in September. I think that's it. That's it, y'all. All right. I'm finna get off here. Thank y'all for watching. Thank you for coming back. Love y'all. 5, 4. I can't never get my fingers right. 3, 2. Well, I missed that. I missed that about her. So I don't know if we're gonna do a video or something together, but we supposed to just meet up and that's about it. 1. See y'all later, y'all. Peace.